Kia ora te whānau, ko boni toko ingoa, and welcome to the Come Dine on Me podcast. This is the Halloween edition. I wasn't expecting this one to be the first one that goes live, but Halloween is swiftly approaching, so, got to stick with the times. Considering it's the first episode, none of you will be aware, I decided to start this podcast because I have been enjoying filming some videos here while I feed my baby, hence the name Come Dine on Me. And I figured people will be more accepting of watching a video of me yapping for an hour if it was labelled as a podcast rather than just a YouTube video. So here we are on the Come Dine on Me podcast. So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about all things Halloween. Mostly it'll be around, my experience with Halloween and my plans for Halloween this year. So it'll be my baby girl's first Halloween, which is so exciting. She'll be 2 months old in just over a week. So I'm very excited for her. Obviously, she's not going to know what's going on and she won't remember it, so we're not doing anything too crazy. For this year's plans, I'm thinking, my parents have quite a, spooky old house. It's not really spooky, but it looks kind of spooky from the outside. So Mum's gone hard with decorating for Halloween over the past couple of years, and this year's no exception. But they're actually going out that night, and because of that, they won't be home to do the trick-or-treating for the trick-or-treaters, and they've done that in the last couple of years. And I was like, I don't want the kids to miss out. So I decided me and my baby girl, we will go over and we'll man the door for the trick-or-treaters. So little one will be dressed as a wee ghosty. She's got a little ghost onesie. And I'll just put a white jersey and some white pants on her so she is warm. I don't want her to be cold. She shouldn't be. It might even be hot because in New Zealand, if you don't know, Halloween is in spring and it's been heating up pretty quick here. So there's a good chance it might even be hot and she might not need it. But if she does, I'll just wrap her up a little bit warmer. And I've got white blankets and things as well, and wraps and things. So she should be nice and warm regardless of the weather and still be in costume. And I'm not really into full on extra costumes for babies, especially little babies, just because their health and safety and comfort is significantly more important than them looking cute or spooky or whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm just going for a onesie and basically just normal clothes with the theme. So I'll probably it depends how many people are coming at a time. If there's lots of kids coming at a time, then I might just pop her in her pram so she can sit in the doorway, or we can sit on the porch, depending. Or I'll just carry her, either way. But yeah, she's got her little costume. I'm not sure what I'm going to be yet, and I've got to make sure that whatever I am going to be is breastfeeding friendly. So I pretty much will just be working with whatever breastfeeding clothes I've got, and we'll base our costume around that. So I've got a couple of black breastfeeding tops, I've got a black breastfeeding dress, and I've got a dark blue breastfeeding dress. So I'm thinking I could try for Wednesday Addams. That'd be quite good because I started watching Wednesday this year. So I could try for Wednesday. I don't know how well my hair's going to cope with that because I've got dreads, if you can't tell. So I don't know how well dread braids are going to look. So we'll see about that. I don't know. We could just go with pigtails, but I don't know. I would like to try because I think it would look cool. But yeah, we'll see. I could also go because pretty much the only costumey type of thing that I've got is black eyeliner because I never wear makeup. So I've got heaps of eyeliner. So pretty much all I'm working with is black eyeliner. So I could try for a goth or emo type of look. I definitely think I've got the clothes that could and some accessories that could execute that well. Or I could go for the undead of some description. I could try for a zombie situation maybe. I don't know, I have done it before, but not for a long time. We'll see, I'm not sure. Or if I want to go with the blue dress, then I could go maybe like a mermaid or like a sea creature, like a sea goddess or something like that. I feel like that would be less obvious though, and would potentially need explaining. So yeah, I'm not sure. We're just gonna go with whatever works. I could also visit the $2 shop down the road and get some props or some like. I don't really want to go for like face paint or cheap makeup or anything because I've got sensitive skin, so I really don't want to end up having a rash or a breakout or some situation just for a few hours of costume. Plus, I tend to like touch my face a lot, so whenever I do put face makeup on, I always mess it up because I forget that it's there and then I itch my face or I rub my face and then now I've got like black stuff all over my hands and my face is all like smudged. So it's probably best I go for minimal makeup or something that is supposed to look messy. So if it does get smudged, it doesn't matter. Could also grab some fake blood, potentially. I just don't really want to scare my baby, so I don't want to do anything too crazy. That's another thing. I don't want to like go too hard and then look really different or like scary, and then my baby's like, "What is going on?" and like freaks out and doesn't want to be around me. I think she'd probably be fine because she goes mostly by like smell and sound at the moment. Because like newborn baby's vision isn't very good, so she might not even be able to tell. But yeah, I just don't want to risk it. I don't want to put all this effort into a costume and the makeup, and then I like go to pick my baby up and she screams. That would be terrible. I'd feel so bad. So we'll be doing the trick or treating all afternoon and like early evening, probably till around dinner time. And then I'll probably like shut the doors and go and have dinner. And then we do have a Halloween party that night. For my friend has an annual Halloween party, and this is the first year that we have a baby, obviously. So we weren't sure if we were going to be able to go, especially since my parents are going out because they live right next door. So normally, if we wanted to do something, they'd be the first choice of babysitters purely because they're right there and we're not going to go have to pick her up or anything. Especially at that time of night because, like, obviously, a Halloween party run by young people is going to go late. And my friend lives really far away. She lives like half an hour away from our house, and then she lives technically out of town. So anyone else that we'd want to babysit, we'd have to go from her house to their house to pick baby up. And that would be like an extra half-hour drive, late at night when we're really tired. And especially since we have a baby, we obviously get tired sooner and more intensively than we probably would if we didn't have a baby. So I was thinking, oh man, we might not be able to go. However, I was talking to Jake's sister about it yesterday, and she suggested that I just ask Jake's mum if she'll babysit at our house. And I was like, that is genius. I never thought of that. So I'm going to ask her today, and hopefully she'll say yes. She probably will because she wants to look after baby by herself. She's only 2 months old, not even. So that's like she hasn't had a chance to do it by herself just yet. Mostly because we haven't really needed to. Like we haven't really gone out much. The only times my parents have had her is when like we just needed a break, and she's literally right next door. And like even then, there's 2 of them plus my sister, so it's not really like one person looking after her all the time by herself, kind of thing, by themselves. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We don't have a problem with it. It's more just she is very young and she shouldn't really be away from me for too long, anyways. But she does bottle feed too, so like she'll be fine. I'm not worried about it, and I wouldn't entrust my baby to anyone who I don't think would do a good job looking after her. So I'm very confident that she'll do a fantastic job. But also, like his mum lives kind of far away from us. Like we just live far away from everything. Like we live out of town, so everything is far away from us. So yeah, going from here, just half an hour drive to my friend's house to the part. Well, actually, so what it would have to be would be we'd have to drive from here to his mum's house, which is about nearly half an hour away from us, then to the party, which is half an hour away from there, then, go to the party, then go back to her house, another half-hour drive, and then back home, another half-hour drive. So it'll be a 2-hour round trip, plus the time we're actually at the party. So by the time we got home, we'd be absolutely shattered. Or we'd have to leave really early. So, yeah, it would just be a bit of a kerfuffle trying to do it that way. And it honestly wouldn't be worth it, and I just wouldn't go. So I'm going to ask her if she'll look after baby at our house, which would save us a lot of travelling. And then, yeah, she can spend time with her by herself. And, there's plenty of things to do here if she wants to watch some TV or whatever. She's not really a huge, she doesn't really like gaming or anything like that, but she'd probably happily sit there and watch some TV or some YouTube or something while she's feeding baby or while baby's sleeping or whatever. And she can just, hang out with her, have cuddles, play, do whatever. And everything she needs is here, so she wouldn't have to worry about there not being enough milk or there not being enough nappies or, having to try and entertain her if she. Not that she needs a lot of entertainment, but her toys are here, her play gym is here, her bath is here if she needs a bath, all her clothes are here if she has, 7 blowouts, and, or if it gets really cold and she needs more warm clothes, pretty much everything that she could need is here. So it'd just be so much less to worry about. So I actually think that was a genius idea on Jake's sister's part. So thank you, Jada. It was brilliant. So yeah, I'll ask her about that tonight because we're going over there for dinner. Hopefully she'll say yes. And then we can go to the party. Usually we'd drink, but we definitely won't be drinking. I won't be drinking because I'm breastfeeding. But Jake wouldn't be drinking anyways because we're just, we're not in that phase of life right now. And I won't want to drive home either. I'll be tired. So I could drive there, but I won't be driving home. But yeah, that's our plans for Halloween. I'm really excited, and I hope that Jake's mum says he's still looking after her here so that we can go to the party. But I'm even really excited about doing the trick-or-treating. I've never done that before. I've been trick-or-treating, which honestly is not as fun as it sounds. Maybe when you're a kid and you've got parents with you, so you're safe, it's alright. But I went as a teenager and it was terrifying. So scary. I guess you're kind of more risk aware at that point. And I'd also been watching a lot of horror movies, so I was a little bit spooked, and I think I probably had a little bit of social anxiety as well. Not terribly, but I struggled to ask for help in the shops or make phone calls and things like that. Let alone go up to a random stranger's door, knock on the door, and hope that they wouldn't just drag me inside. And when you're a teenager, somebody dragging you inside the house has worse implications, I think. People can do bad things to children, obviously, but I feel like what people might do to a teenage girl, So yeah, I was scared when I went trick-or-treating, and I would not do it again, honestly. Not without children. I'd do it with kids, but I would not do it as an adult. Well, not that anyone would give me candy as an adult, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it as without a grown adult with you. Can you breathe? Oh, you want more? Okay. Hold on. We'll just wipe a little bit off. Is that more? Oh my goodness. Wow, that was a big one. Do you need another burp? Ooh. Oh, you're so cute. Look at you. Stretch. You're so cute. I love you so much. Do you need another burpee? Oh, you always got to throw your head back like that. Woohoo! Good job. Okay. You're quite hot. Okay? A bit sweaty. You're a bit sweaty. You're sweaty because you're on Mama's hip. It's very warm today. Alright? Okay, you down or you want some more? Want some more? It wasn't a big stuff, it was only a little stuff. I'll see if you want some more. Put you on the other side. Yeah, you kind of look like you want some more. Okay, can we try to put you on the other side? Yeah, we'll put you on the other side. See if you give some more. Whee! Okay, wow, 20 minutes plus. It's probably, well, I'd say 20 minutes of actually feeding. Okay. Here. Whee! Yeah. I see you want them. Okay. Yeah, here we go. He's coming. He's coming for you. You ready? Good job. Good work. That was a good latch. Nice job. Okay. So currently it is the 26th of October, so we've only got a few days left until Halloween. I have sort of watched a few spooky things, like, you know, not really spooky. I'm more into like the cozy Halloween type of vibes rather than like the scary Halloween vibes. I used to, not that I even really used to like them, but when I was in like intermediate and early high school, me and my two friends, Dan and Jamie, used to have sleepovers all the time, and we'd always go to the video store back in the day. And we'd rent out a whole bunch of horror movies. So like we'd stay at Dan's house and we'd always go to the video store, and his mum would give us, or his dad, they'd give us some money to, you know, rent out DVDs, and we were allowed like, I think we were allowed 2 picks each or something like that. And we'd stay up all night watching horror movies back to back, and then we'd watch a funny movie at the end to like relax us before bed, before we finally went to sleep, and then we'd sleep most of the day. And we'd often like rewatch the same ones because we knew we really liked them, and then we'd try a couple of new ones. So our all-time favourite was Orphan. That's still my favourite horror movie to this day. I'm not going to give you the full synopsis of all the movies. If you haven't seen them, look them up. They're really good. And we used to love the Scream movies as well, and Paranormal Activity. So we'd pretty much always get Orphan. We'd usually get one of the Screams and one of the Paranormal Activities, and then we'd like try some new ones. And oh my god, some of them were big regrets. Like, some of them I will never ever watch again. Like Halloween, that's scary. I don't like that one. And same with The Collector, awful. Never watch that. If you're not into gory, do not watch that. That is a sick movie. And like some of them were just too spooky for me. Like, I don't like ones that actually make me traumatized or, you know, feel like I can't go to sleep, or like I can't go to the bathroom by myself and things like that. That just freak me right out. Oh, especially back then. But even now, like, no thank you. It's not for me. So I don't watch a whole lot of scary stuff anymore. I pretty much just stick to the like mysteries and, you know, cozy sort of Halloween type of movies. So I've already watched most of Wednesday. I've been watching The Worst Witch. I love that show. It's so good. It's like my annual October watch. It's just a kids show. It's basically like Harry Potter but at a girls' school. It's a really good show though. I love it. It's so awesome. I'm up to like season 3, I think, at the moment. What else did I watch? We watched Scooby-Doo the other night, the first movie. I've never seen the series, which is crazy to me that I haven't actually watched any. I don't even think I've watched one episode of the series, so I would like to watch the Scooby-Doo series as well, and the second movie. And I'm planning on watching Twitches 1 and 2, Halloween Town, all the Halloween Towns. Those were like my favourite, Halloween type of movies in like my childhood when they were on Disney Channel back in the day. And I would like to watch Hocus Pocus. I don't think I've really seen that properly. I definitely watched it when I was a kid, but I don't think I really knew what was going on, so it didn't really sink in. It was kind of like when you're a kid, you just watch stuff and you can't understand what they're saying, so you just see what's on the screen. And, you may get the storyline, you may not. I don't think I got the storyline. I'd like to watch Practical Magic as well, but I don't know where you can watch it. I've never seen that either. I know it's like a classic, so I'd like to watch that too at some point. That's all the ones that I want to watch, and to be fair, I've only got like 5 days left to watch them, so I better get cracking. But I also don't mind still being a little bit in the spooky vibes for the first sort of week of November. I'm not one of those people who feels like the second Halloween is over, it's Christmas time. But I am looking forward to Christmas. I'm just kind of because I've got such a young baby, I'm not wishing the time away. I'm enjoying every day as it comes and every little milestone as it comes. I also want to read a cozy mystery book. I've got the Famous Five series. I've read them before, but they're great books anyways. And they're kind of that perfect level of cozy spooky. Some of them are a little bit they're not scary, but some of them are definitely a bit more of a Halloween time vibe than others. So yeah, I might try and read one of my Famous Five books as my little cozy mystery. And they're so short, I could literally read a whole one in 2 days. I could read a whole one in 1 day, but I probably wouldn't have the time to sit there and read a whole book when I've got a newborn, or the patience. I don't really want to just sit there and do one thing all day anymore. Not that I ever, actually no, when I was a kid I used to read constantly, so I could get through several books in a day when I was little, just those little thin chapter books, but I could crack through 4 or 5 of them in a day on the weekend if I, was really on the reading vibe. Oh, she's falling asleep, she's so cute. I wish I could show you guys, but I'm not going to. My parents' backyard is literally right next to our bedroom window, and I think my dad is mowing the lawns at the moment, so our audio quality may not be as great. However, I'm probably just going to keep going. It's like when you have a baby, you have to make use of the time you've got while you've got it. Oh, yes, that's right. My dad has these excellent earmuff headphones, so I guess they're made for tradies or for when you're doing yard work and things like that. But he's had them for years, he was well ahead of his time technologically. So they're big earmuffs for protecting your ears from the noise, but they have a radio antenna, so you can get the radio on them, or you can listen to your own music on Bluetooth. Which I was like, dang, that's pretty cool actually. And yeah, he's literally had those for years, probably, I'd say close to 10 years he's had them. And they're still going hard. Okay, we're just going to press on. So sorry if the audio quality is garbage, but we're just going to carry on. My final topic on my list here, you guys, I might still talk about more stuff, is the Ghost of Costumes Past. So in previous years, and I'll insert photos of whatever I can find photos of, I've done a few different costumes. That's why it's kind of hard to decide on a costume for this year as well, because I hate recycling costumes if I don't need to. Sometimes, if you're just oh, I don't have an option, I'm just gonna go through what I've already got and pull something out of thin air, basically. Sweet as it is what it is, but I prefer to try to go for something different each time, so especially because I take photos usually, so I don't want all my Halloween photos to be the same outfit. But not last year, the year before, I did Red Riding Hood, which I think I did pretty good, honestly. I had this Red Riding Hood cape that I got from Jake's sister, actually, because she did Red Riding Hood a few years ago. She didn't want it anymore. But I also had like this blue checkered skirt, and I kind of like DIY'd myself like a little blouse because I didn't have a blouse, so I just used like a top I already had and then a white skirt, so to like make it look all puffy and blouse like. And I have like a little picnic basket, and I made little muffins out of cardboard. So I had like a wee prop. It was pretty cute actually. I thought I looked pretty good. And that year Jake's my partner, by the way. He was a purge guy, like a non-specific purger person. So there's a photo of that. That was a good costume. I think we both looked pretty good that year. That was one of the years we went to my friend's Halloween party. You kid bubbles. I love you. Last year, I had a few different costumes because I had a few different things that we went to. We had a Halloween party. We went to my friend's Halloween party, but I don't know if I have any photos from that one. I don't remember what I was. But I had a different Halloween party, and also a Halloween potluck. So for the potluck, I went as a Victorian ghost because I had this, like, I still have it, this long white dress that it's like linen or something. It looks kind of looks like a sheet, but it's very like Victorian style. So I went as a Victorian ghost. And then for the other Halloween party, I went as, like, I just went Mean Girls, non-specific. I wasn't a specific character, but I just like went as Mean Girls, just because I had the outfit. I like the outfit anyways, but it was pretty easy to execute and requiring extra effort. Just put clothes on I already had. I don't remember what I was for the other Halloween party. I'm sure we went, but I don't remember what I was. Probably, I was a rugby player. That's right. I was a rugby player because we'd already been to multiple things and I didn't want to recycle a costume, and also I prefer to just go in clothes rather than like a whole full-on costume, just because it's more comfortable, especially if you're going to be out all night. And I'm in my comfy era, and I have been for a while, so I was not really down for wearing clothes that I'd be cold in or that would be itchy or uncomfortable or, whatever, having all these props I have to drag around with me all night. So I literally just wore like a striped men's t-shirt that was actually my granddad's, and carried a rugby ball, and I wore shorts and sneakers and called it a day. I was a rugby player. Probably why I didn't take photos, because it's very mid costume. I think Jake was a masked killer type of person last year. Oh no, he was a hamburger. That's right. Because he's got this burger mask, like a beanie with eyes cut out like a balaclava. It only comes down to like the nose, but it's a burger, and then he has burger slippers. So yeah, he went as a hamburger. I don't remember the like specific years that I did all of these, but I've also been a witch, which was just kind of like a very kind of like a modern witch, like a fancy flash modern day type of witch. I threw my own Halloween party one year when I was in high school, when I had a rich boyfriend. We did it at his rich house, which was a great party, honestly. It was a good time. We all dressed up very slutty. we did the Mean Girls thing where you don't wear a whole lot and just try to be cute, really. But I was a pirate. You couldn't really tell I was a pirate, but it was a pirate costume. I actually bought it from a costume shop, and it was marketed as a pirate. But you know what costume shop costumes are like for young girls, not like little girls, but like teenage/young ladies. They're all just a slutty version of this or a slutty version of that. So yeah, I was a pirate. One year we didn't have anything to do, but we still wanted to dress up. So me, Jake, and Kaz, we all dressed up. Kaz is Jake's brother. We all dressed up and like got all this fake blood on, and then just drove around and yelled out I didn't, but I was driving and they were like yelling out the window at people, like scaring people on the side of the road. So they were both dead Santas. They had Santa costumes and like zombie makeup and fake blood and like fake weapons. And I think I was just a dead girl. I don't think I had a specific costume. I was just wearing whatever Jake's mum offered me. And yeah, I did like smudgy dark eye makeup and fake blood on my head. When I was a kid, I dressed up as a zombie. That was the first Halloween I ever really like went hard dressing up. And we weren't like going anywhere. We just had a Halloween party at my friend's house with like 2 or 3 of us there, and we stayed up all night watching horror movies. We watched Chucky, which like kind of terrified me. Like, yeah, I didn't have a problem with dolls before I watched Chucky, and now I'm kind of like, I don't know about those things. So that kind of scarred me for life, but it was a really fun night. We had so much candy. We ate so many lollies, and we played Fluffy Bunny. It was a good night. But yeah, I dressed up as a zombie. So I like ripped up one of my old school shirts and um, rubbed dirt all over it and fake blood, and I like teased my hair harder and had crazy like dark makeup on. And I looked pretty dead, to be honest. I had like fake teeth too, but I took those out. I looked pretty good. Like that was honestly probably the hardest I've ever gone for a costume. Oh, maybe not the hardest because this one was pretty hard for this one too. One year, me and my friend Tatum, we went out. We were going to go to a Halloween party. We got there and we got too scared to go in, so we just kind of dressed up and bussed around. But I went as a purge girl, like one from election year. This one specifically. I couldn't do the mask because I couldn't find any masks that looked similar or anything. But I think I went pretty like solid on the rest. So I had like a white corset and like a type like a tutu or like a ballerina skirt even, and like white stockings, and I did my hair in the space buns like she has, and then I just had like fake blood all over me, and I had this sledgehammer and I wrapped fairy lights all around it because she has like a fairy light wrapped car. Obviously I couldn't drive then because I was bussing, so um, I could, and I wouldn't have done that to my car anyways because that's crazy and illegal. Hence why they did it on Purge night. Um, but yeah, I went as that girl and I wrapped up the sledgehammer and fairy lights, which I thought was seriously like a great homage to the fairy light car, and it looked really cool. And I was pretty proud of that outfit. Like I still look back and I'm like, that was solid effort. You went hard. Too bad you felt too awkward to go inside to the party. So yeah, that was a little bit silly that we just didn't even go in. But it was, to be fair, it was with like a workmate who I barely knew, especially hadn't like hung out with them outside of work, and we worked with kids, so I don't know. I just felt really uncomfortable about it, especially because I was kind of wearing lingerie essentially. So I don't regret not going in, but it was definitely like I look back and I'm like, that was silly, very silly. So that's all the costumes that I can remember that I've done. I've definitely done more, and I've reused a couple, but like those are the ones that I recall. And the only other one that I know of Jake's done while we've been together is like the Grim Reaper. There's been a couple of times where we just wanted to dress up. We had nothing to do, but we just wanted to dress up, so we just like go to someone's house dressed up or something. So we've been together for 7.5 years. So this is it's at least our seventh Halloween together. It could be more. I think it's our seventh Halloween together. Yeah. So we've done a few. We've done a few costumes together, and like he's recycled a couple of costumes as well. Because that's all of our costumes. That's all of our Halloween stuff that we're going to talk about this episode. I've got to save some stuff for future Halloween episodes. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the Come Dine on Me podcast. I know my little girl enjoyed it because she had a real good feed. Real good feed. I will also still be posting regularly scheduled YouTube videos. I don't have like a regular schedule yet on either the podcast or the YouTube videos. I'm just posting when I finish editing a video basically, because I just edit them when I feel like it, when I have the time, which I have more, considering I have a baby, but I'm not working. I have more time than I would when I was working. And I'm also up at silly hours of the night, so sometimes I just want to do something productive rather than just sit on my phone or watch TV or whatever. So yeah, you'll get content from me when you do, but it's definitely been a hell of a lot more regular since I've been doing it this time around than any time before, because I've tried to be a YouTuber for literally years, like probably since at least 2020, maybe 2019. And I used to film heaps but never edited anything because I hated editing. Now I don't really mind it so much. It's actually not that hard. And I feel productive when I'm doing it, so you'll get more content for sure. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the Come Dine on Me podcast. Leave a like, a subscribe, a comment, and turn on your notifications so you know when the next video comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ka kite.